Wayne's about 3. Okay, we will call the Monday, September 12th, regular session of the ISD 717 School Board to order at 6:30 p.m. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first we are starting out with Jordan Pride Awards. Superintendent Evenson.
Right.
Or Principal Visner. Okay.
I will be presenting this award. Kayla, why don't you come up here? Present this to you. So just a few words about Kaylin. Kaylin is our third student member of the school board that we've had in our time since we instituted this, obviously 3 or 4 years ago. Kaylin is a junior for us at Jordan High School. Not only is she your school board representative, but she's also in tennis, she's in youth and government, multiple different activities at Jordan High School, along with being a regular part of the school board meetings, which means one Monday a month while her friends are maybe doing homework or doing other fun things. She gets to have fun here and participate in parts of our government at the local level. She provides regular updates. She meets with me once a month, and when I have to change my schedule or email her, she just gets back to me right away and says, how about this or this? So she's just been a great help to our school board in that way too. She gives valuable feedback. She's a member of the strategic plan committee and gave excellent feedback during that also. And she's just done a wonderful job in this role. And each of our students has done different things, have done them well. But I think Kaylin has been top notch in her attendance and her contributions. So we just want to say thank you to Kaylin for a great job. And we appreciate you. And as I met with her this morning, I told her we will be opening that up again. And we would love to have her reapply if she feels that it fits her schedule and works for her. So our award goes to Kaylin.
Kayla, I also want to thank you for your contributions outside of our board meetings, like for serving on the strat planning committee and on the carrying conversations that have happened. You've gone above and beyond, and you really truly have been a great representative of your student body. So to be chosen out of all your student body is a great honor. And again, thank you. You've been great, and I hope you do reapply.
All right, well done. Good job.
Okay, the next item is roll call.
Deb Pauley.
Here.
Ryan Dainert.
Here.
Lauren Pedersen.
Here.
Connie Hennon.
Here.
Sarah Lanen.
Here.
Molly Maniak. Rob Langheim.
Okay, moving on to consideration of the agenda. Entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Got a move by Rob and second by Lauren. Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Public comments? I do not believe we have any public comments. Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda, item number 7. Do I read each item and then,
And where they are on their.
okay. For just the hires?
Yes.
Okay. And donations. So for donations, item 7.3. We have a $200 donation from Pacarna Meat Market, a $200 donation from Penny's Family Chiropractic, $200 donation from Riverland Bank, a $200 donation from Rademachers, a $200 donation from Hometown Bank, $200 donation from Clancy's Bar and Pizza Parlor, a $200 donation from Albrecht Masonry, $200 donation from Cywick Lumber and Millwork, and $200 donation from Quatman Inc., and a $200 donation from Franzen Bank and Trust, and those were all for the run-of-the-mill. We have a new hire, ES kindergarten teacher Sarah Attig, new hire middle school food service site lead Karen Lloyd, New hire middle school special education paraprofessional Alyssa Knobloch. New hire middle school special education paraprofessional Ann Schmidt. New hire high school special education paraprofessional Nayila Para. New hire ES special education paraprofessional Ida Rezinids. New hire ES special education paraprofessional Bethany Dopke. New hire ES special educational paraprofessional Dylan Bedney. New hire ES special education paraprofessional Kelsey Wilson. New hire elementary school lunchroom supervisor Rebecca Samanitz. New hire elementary paraprofessional Jordan Budenhagen. New hire elementary paraprofessional Kelly Hunter. New hire middle school football coach Joshua Altermat. New hire middle school volleyball coach Madeline Malika. New hire middle school volleyball coach Bailey Grosskopf. New hire high school boys soccer coach Thomas Wolfel. And the resignation of ELS special education teacher Rachel Volbrick. Resignation ES paraprofessional Alec Holbeck. You were busy.
Yeah.
So
you want a motion?
I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Moved by Lauren, second by Molly. Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 8.1, introduction of SOR officer.
Chair Polly, members of the board, I'd like to, Trenton, you want to come up? I'd like to introduce you to Trenton Silbernagel. Trenton was the candidate that was hired to fill our SRO position, and I'd like him to introduce himself, tell him a little about yourself. I can tell you he's been really, really busy. He jumped in first day, and a priority has been really to just engage with students, get to learn a lot about how the school system works, get to know the lay of the land, and really make connections, and it's been a great start. So this is Trenton.
Well, as she said, I'm Trenton Silbernagel. I've been with the Jordan Police Department for a little over 2.5 years. I was working dog shift for the first 2 years, so this is quite the adjustment to go from dogs to days. So haven't figured out if I'm allergic to the sun yet or not, but you know, I'm happy to be in the school district. You know, as I told Renee when I interviewed for the spot, that the safety of the students and staff are my #1 priority, and I look forward to working with the school districts to figure out or implement safety plans, what to do in the event of active shooters. I actually have to go to active shooter training here that's put on by the FBI here in October, so I'll be doing that. I like getting to know the students. That's so awesome. It's kind of weird how like the elementary school kids are so much different from the high school kids. You know, you're the hero in elementary school. In the middle school, they'll come up to you, they hug you, they don't even know you, and you say hi to a high schooler, and they just walk out of bed, and they're just like, leave me alone. So, yeah, I look forward to this opportunity, and so far it's been awesome.
Good.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're glad you're
Welcome.
here.
Thank you.
Very glad you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
One thing I'll mention, we have a meeting coming up with Officer Silbernagel, myself, the Scott County Emergency Response Group, and our principals, just to kind of go through, which will be really nice, go through what our crisis planning looks like and map that out. And one of the first priorities that Officer Silbernagel has is to really get to know our plan that we have as a district and look for any efficiencies or any things we might want to add and implement. So that's been this is really a nice thing for us to have. So I feel very fortunate to have this layer of safety for our kids. So, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you guys.
Okay, item 8.2, review and act on the 2022 payable 2023 levy certification.
Okay, so it's that time of year again. So by September 30th, we have to certify the levy, and this is for the 22 payable 23 levy, which is actually the dollars will come in fiscal year 24. So, and what that process looks like, the MDE opens the levy information system, and I go on and I enter our information such as the OPEB dollars or OPEB benefits, pupil transportation, I just have to update all the items that are in there. If we have a building land lease and the actual cost, some of that also Southwest Metro goes in and updates for us because we lease, that's part of the joint powers agreement that we have with them. And then I also update the debt service and the general community service parts. So I would recommend that we certify the max. And when this was printed, when I did this on Friday, our levy had an overall decrease of about 17.86%. But now, if you remember from every year before this, this is always going to change. And on Friday, they did not have the LTFM data in there. So I ran it today at noon, and we still have, it looks like we have a 0.54 decrease in the general fund, a 0.9 increase in the community debt service fund, and right now we have a 5.97 increase in the debt service fund, but that will change. We had to write a letter to MDE regarding our debt excess, so that should all happen, and those adjustments should all be made before September 30th, which is when our certification documents have to be in. So that's it. So right now, I just recommend that we certify the max.
Do we know what the max dollar amount is?
As of today, right now, it was $6,055,798.75, but that may change. It should possibly go down a little bit with the debt excess adjustment, but that's, as far as the general fund goes, that's probably pretty closest to where we're gonna come up with that 0.54 decrease.
Okay.
And then as a clarification, so we certify the max now in September, have to do that before the 30th, and we finalize this at the December meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the max amount of the levy.
Motion by Deb,
I'll second.
second from Sarah. Discussion? This doesn't need a roll call, does it?
No.
All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. Okay, item 8.3, girls' basketball field trip request.
Hello, my name is
Hi.
Kyle Johnson, and I am the head girls basketball coach here in Jordan. We are requesting permission for an overnight on January 6th to 7th, pending game times. Right now, we don't know the game times, but we play Friday night in Byron, and if we play an early game the next day, our thought is maybe it would be a good opportunity for our girls to stay overnight in Rochester. Judy?
Motion, can I make do we want to start with the motion? Motion to approve?
Sure. Sure, we have a motion.
Well, because then we can.
Then
I'll
we can
second
discuss,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Got a
So
second from
we
Bev.
have an opportunity. Can I talk?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they have an opportunity to actually play when they're down there, or is this just more of a camaraderie, building teamwork type thing?
It would just be our varsity team. We play in Byron on a Friday night on January 6th, and then we play in another game on January 7th.
Sure.
So if we play at, say, 10, 11 o'clock the next day, rather than driving back to Jordan.
Yep.
We thought it would be a great way for our girls to maybe have some camaraderie and team building, and a fun opportunity for them to.
Great,
have
good.
them-
And you're right down near Rochester anyway, so I think it's great.
Love it. Keep doing more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's a great idea. I absolutely do. I wish that they'd been doing this for years and stuff, so definitely do some more team building.
Sounds good. Let's put it to a vote. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you very much.
Thanks.
Okay. Moving on to board and administrative reports. Superintendent Evenson?
Chair Polly, members of the board, I actually can't believe it's September, and we are doing the September board report. I will say we had a great start to the school year. One of the highlights, surprisingly, was the bulk milk machines. I have been so pleasantly surprised by how much the kids like it. My neighbor kids actually came over to my patio randomly one evening and were telling me how they love that they can get 5 or 6 glasses. So that's really good. They said it's super cold, it tastes amazing, and they're right. So it was really nice. But that's been really fun. I actually was able to help out at the high school and at the middle school as the kids kind of learned how to use the machine and all of that. So I'm really happy that we have that in place for our kids. Activities have been going for several weeks. We had a couple of weeks with Thursday night football, which was interesting to have that 2 weeks in a row. But our teams have been just, I think, doing a great job. I know we've had a lot of kids on the road for soccer and different things, and I would just say I've been really pleased with the coaches, and our foundation actually joined us Thursday night for a Give Like Give event, and that was really fun. I got to help pass the helmet and welcome some of the guests as they came into the stadium, so that was pretty cool. I also had noted our SRO has had a great start. Trenton actually has been really a great member of the team and really getting to know the kids. Every time I see him, he's visiting with students and working really hard. And he's been able to help us with some scenarios as well, which is a great thing. So that's very nice. I would like to mention our community and staff survey is coming soon. As a board, I know that at our work sessions, you all contributed to the language on that survey. With our strategic planning, we knew that several things were explicitly communicated that the community would like us to pay closer attention to, and so this survey will get deeper into the weeds with that. That will be released to our staff, I believe, on the 20th of September, and to our public on the 23rd of September. So very excited for that. The process, once the surveys are taken, all that data will come back to you as a board, and you'll be able to look at that to help inform our next steps. We should have that by the November meeting, so we'll be able to make some decisions in November as to how we proceed. I have some dates listed. As you can see, it is busy and keeps getting busier. Homecoming is coming up. I just actually put the parade on my calendar today. I got asked to drive a pickup in the parade again, so that'll be a good time. But try and join us for that if you can. The parade, route runs right up here by the school. We also have something new on the schedule, the Jordan Craft and Gift Show. That's something that the JES PTO used to do. Our community ed has taken that over. And so we're excited about what that will look like. That'll be new for us this year. So with that, any questions?
All right.
All right.
I guess we move to school board member and committee reports. Committee reports first, typically.
Did anybody have any questions about any of that?
Oh, yes, does anybody have any questions about any of the administrators' reports? Hearing none. Let's see here. Budget Finance Committee calendar. Meet, city school.
Well,
The joint session?
We all were,
Yes. I don't think I've asked to talk in 3 years.
we're supposed to
You were
do
the
that.
best board member. Like you passed the gavel and you. Wow.
We're supposed to do that protocol. We
Director
all had an opportunity to have a great joint meeting with the city council. Our full board was there, and I think it was a very productive meeting. I hope that we do this annually, and I think that we'll be able to find a lot of common ground and share a lot of things that'll help the city and help the school cooperatively. So that's my opinion, so open it up.
I agree. I thought it was a great meeting. I absolutely loved it. I think we should definitely do it. We should see if there's a way for us to maybe add maybe 15 minutes so we have some more time to have a little bit of discussion amongst us, because we presented for them, they presented for us, and then we really, we did a little bit, but it seemed like we should figure out a way to get discussion and good conversation going between the two to help build that relationship. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, communications didn't meet, I'm assuming? That's once a year, right? Community ed, joint powers, curriculum and tech.
October.
Wow. I don't think facilities met either.
Nope.
Wow. All right. Negotiations, there we go.
There we go.
All right. Deborah, Lauren, want to give an update on negotiations?
We met with 284. We had our first meeting, and they presented their proposal. The negotiation team comprised of Lauren, Ryan, and myself, and
I wasn't at that one, remember?
No, but,
Oh.
yeah, I'm going
We're
on
gonna
from
give you
there. We met this week to discuss the district's proposal, the offer that we're planning on doing. So we'll be meeting the end of September, I believe it is.
I think the 21st, maybe Wednesday.
And then we also met with the principals this week, and we heard their requests and their proposal. So we'll be following up with that. So it's going well.
Thank you. Policy meet?
Nope.
No. Okay, APAC?
Yes. APAC met this week. Let's see if I can see any of this. This is difficult, I'm sorry. So it looks like we have 54 Native American students in our district, pretty well spaced out between grades 1 through 11, no 12th graders. So we won't have a graduate this year, but they are planning on still doing the banquet at the end of the year. In fact, it's going to be May 3rd, I believe.
It's a Wednesday.
Yes, the first Wednesday in May. So put that on your calendar. It really is a very moving event. They've got several things planned throughout the year. They're going to have drumming done approximately 2 times a month, and they'll rotate buildings. They're planning on doing the 7 grandfathers teaching and bringing in Native Pride dancers in November. October 14th, they'll be going to a college fair field trip that my understanding is that that's pretty specific for the Native Americans. So that'll be good. And then they're trying to recruit more parents to get involved with the APAC committee. So they're planning on having an outing October 26th at the Jordan Tap Room and trying to do some recruiting there. So it was a good meeting.
Great. Okay, Booster Club, Sarah?
I went. They had their meeting on August 17th at the tap room. We had some pretty good participation. We had 16 people there. 2 coaches came, the volleyball coach and Ben Highlander. So it's always nice to see the coaches come and attend. It was a good meeting, probably an hour and a half long. They approved their meeting minutes from their previous meeting. They reviewed the treasurer's report, and then they had 3 requests that they were approving. Coaches' lunches, the assistant coaches, and then the volleyball coach was there because she wanted to get some pink jersey warm-ups. And then that led to a more broader discussion about like uniforms and rotations and things like that. So it was really great discussion. Rob did the monthly gambling report, and I couldn't remember that to save my life, so he can do that if he wants.
Generated 10 grand this month, cleared,
Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
That's awesome.
and we cleared another 6 this month. So,
Nice.
hey, so we're doing well.
How is the,
And all this money goes back to school.
well, I know they adjusted some of the pull tabs at the tap room as well.
Yeah.
Kind of bumped that up. Has that helped?
Well,
I feel like my mic is.
work in progress. Oh my, oops.
I feel like mine is really hot right now.
'Cause mine was not. No, they're gonna have, or we're gonna slowly work into the rotation $5 tabs. So I'm not a big, like, I'm learning more about full tabs, but more on the administrative side, but so higher risk, higher reward. So we'll have $5 ones, $2 ones, $1 ones, so hopefully that'll be a good mix for everybody who wants to participate. And then Pickle Big is awesome, so they're a great partner also, so, yeah, between that and then the corporate partners that we have that are absolutely spectacular, we're able to do a lot of really great things with the activities, so we'll keep on rolling.
And then they had an update on that they need volunteers for an upcoming event. It's the Randy Shaver Tackle Cancer Night that is gonna be on October 14th. So they will need some volunteers for that. And as always, the Booster Club is always looking for parents to volunteer to add to their list. So anybody who's listening, please consider joining the Booster Club as a parent volunteer and getting involved in the community.
All right. Ed Foundation, Connie? Or Molly? No?
We did meet, we planned, we had a special guest, it was Elise, and she did a really awesome job sharing about branding and different things that way we can use peach jar, and opportunities that she gave us ideas of how we could spread the word with things that we're doing. We spent quite a bit of time planning the Pass the Helmet, Give Like Jiv, and what the roles were and how we were gonna set up our table and everything. We spent quite a bit of time deciding that there wasn't enough of us to do something in Heimat Fest. And is that it? I think that's it.
All right.
And we, again, could use volunteers and new people and more people, and it's a pretty fun group of people, so encourage anybody that wants to jump on board.
Thank
And
you.
I know they also presented at the welcome back breakfast
Yep.
too, which was really good.
Okay, I'm assuming there's nothing legislative, MSHSL, anything there?
I have a Region 2AA meeting on Thursday, so I'll learn more then, but otherwise, it's just, I think, adjusting to the, the shot clock and all that kind of stuff going on. Trying to think if there's anything else. I really can't think of anything else outstanding.
Sounds good.
So,
Are those meetings virtual, or do you actually go out of town for those meetings?
go out of town.
We've got a lot of meetings, man.
Renee, did you go to
They
scale?
don't meet that often. They
Okay.
only meet, the Region 2AA is not that often, like 3 times a year.
Oh, okay.
I had it on my calendar this time, I really did. For those of you jockeying for committee assignments next year, this one's Friday mornings at 7, so.
What meeting is that?
Scale?
Scale. It's a good time.
I kind of want to join that, but I don't get up at 7 o'clock for my own job.
Hence the problem.
As I tried to go to one of those, and I had 7 o'clock on my calendar, I thought it was PM, not.
Yeah, exactly. They showed up at the county at 7 PM with beer and nobody was there.
So
Well, if you
Scale did
attended,
meet,
could you
yeah.
fill us in?
So, yep, Scale did meet. They had a full agenda. They did a presentation on the Maxfield Commercial Industrial Studies, like with different land use markets and trying to determine kind of what growth might look like in different areas. So that was interesting. That Center for Entrepreneurship, they rent some space out of Dean Lakes. They spoke a little bit too. They are going to be doing like a Shark Tank. And so with like new startup businesses in Scott County. And so more information about that will be coming out from them as well. And then also, it was Belle Plains week or month actually to host the meeting. We host in October, just so you have that on your radar. That's when you're going to want to be at. And Superintendent Lager was sharing, just some of the staffing challenges and things, and then the importance of the city-county partnerships with the school district. As I mentioned, in October, we sponsor the meeting, which means we pay for the donuts and all of that, but we also get to share kind of some things that are happening in our district. We'll probably talk about our survey, our strategic planning, and, next steps that we might be looking at. So, but that is October 14th it's in the Link Building by Mystic Lake. So, and as long as there's not a quorum, I would encourage people to come. So let me
Sounds
know
good.
if you want to come and I'll hook you up.
I want to come.
Okay. I will add it to your calendar.
Okay, SCSC? They meet? No?
They don't meet.
They don't meet?
Mm-mm.
I should have got on that one.
Would you like to?
Special Education Advisory Council, Connie? No, didn't meet? All right, and then we got Southwest Metro.
Southwest Metro did meet in August. We don't meet in June and July, so August is a pretty full meeting. We got reports from each of the department heads about their end-of-the-year numbers with their multiple programs. Let me tell you, they have a lot of programs. Career tech and special ed and mental health and day treatment, and they have a gazillion different programs that they run. So that's always interesting to hear how those things are going. They are looking at doing a strat plan too, so we're in the process. I actually spoke with Darren today. He's getting RFPs from different groups to do a strat plan with the full board and all the superintendents starting after the first of the year sometime. So it'll be a longer process. Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. Anyway, also they got a $516,000 grant through MDH. It's for mental health elementary day treatment programs. So they're working through that process. They are in the process of working with the board and the superintendent team and Carver County Human Services to find a site that they can have an elementary setting for day treatment program type thing, because there's a great need for mental health with the younger kids. So that is a work in progress. They've toured a couple of sites. So a couple things there. We had quite a lengthy presentation by Eric Schneider, who, along with Pat Devine, former superintendent from Laconia, they're running the new online program, which was called C last year. This year it's called Elevate. And they have, let's see, as of August 31st, they have 156 students enrolled. Approximately 130 are full-time, 26 are part-time. So like some students that need just a specific class, like higher trig or something like that, they can get through that. 12 of our Jordan students are in the program. Interestingly enough, there's 80 LeSueur students, 56 Worthington, I think that's 56, and 26 from Wheaton. So they're pulling in students from all over. We were told that the break-even point is 200 students, so I believe they're probably still enrolling. So it'll be interesting to see how that all flushes out. Those costs are shared based on, it's split, based on our enrollment. So there's a new face there working, hard at getting that going. Other than that, we have a meeting next Tuesday, and things are going well. We're in the middle of the audit. I just got interviewed by the audit team. So that's it.
All right. Board member reports. We'll start with Rob.
So I think the last couple of weeks have been great. So it's great to have kids back in school. It's great to have my kids back in school. And it's fun to be able to see, different kind of activities going on from all perspectives. So not only the classroom, but then also to some of the ways for kids to be able to bond with their classmates and extracurricular activities. So really excited to have the fall semester going.
Holly? Sarah?
Kind of ditto the ditto. Like, really, I mean, it's just, I can't believe we're back. Here we are, right? It's crazy.
Connie?
I just have to say, I really did enjoy the city school meeting. We struggled with the relationship with that group for a lot of years, and I think once we together bond as a team, I think our community will get behind us, both groups, better. And I think part of that is we have strong leaders in both of those groups, and people that have a passion and don't have personal agendas. They just care about kids in the community. And I think that was very evident in that meeting, so I was proud to be a part of that. I am beyond happy about our test scores. I got on the board, and every year we struggled, especially with our math scores. And now to see what our scores are up amongst the state average, we need to really give our staff kudos for not only teaching the standards, but making kids want to learn. And I'm just so proud of that, because that's who we are and that's why we're here. Another thing is, I am just amazed with the amount of employees that we hired tonight. I know many districts are struggling to get people to even walk in the door to apply for these kind of jobs, and especially the para jobs that directly impact our children and our teachers. I am very, very proud that these people are wanting to come to Jordan. That's something that says a lot. And we need to be real strong and support them so that they are successful. So that's all I have.
Lauren?
I'm gonna ditto Connie. My parents are in town, and so they've been on the school campus quite a bit and just driving around. And we tend to be driving around after 3 o'clock, and they were just commenting on, oh my God, you guys have so much student involvement and activities going around on your school and campus. So they were really impressed with it. And they've been to a couple of soccer games. They're going to another one tomorrow.
All right, I don't think I have any comments. Deb?
I want to thank you all for your support during this challenging time for me. It really means a lot, and thank you, Ryan, for running the meeting. I appreciate that. I think the school grounds look phenomenal, so kudos to our new facilities director and his grounds team. They look really nice. And I want to give a shout out to our administrative team for all their work preparing for this school year. It's been a busy week. I know there's been a lot of hiccups that have happened, challenging hiccups that they handled just so flawlessly. Very serious things, that have happened. And I know we had a couple of ambulances at games and stuff. And so just kudos to the whole staff. And I'm sad that I haven't gotten to any games, but hopefully soon. So thank you.
Okay, at this point, we are going to adjourn.
Hold on one second. I can't see the turn
Yes,
this on.
yes.
Yep.
You know how hard it is to use one of these things nowadays? Okay, hold on, it says play and record. All right, I think it's recording.
Recorded.
For
'Cause
closed
the-
session, you record. All right,
Okay,
it's recording.
all right, at this point, we are going to adjourn and go into closed session per Minnesota statute 13D.05 subdivision 3A for the superintendent's evaluation.